One of our biggest goals has always been to go motorcycle camping. And the fall of 2021 was when this finally happened. My friend Michael, my uncle Valak, and myself got together and planned a 3-night trip to the Ozark National Forest in the state of Arkansas. The trip spanned just over 800 miles and the weather was just perfect. Most of the trip was planned on river, and day one was basically just getting from Kansas City to Shell Knob in Missouri. Our first night was at a small Airbnb cabin. It was right near the lake and we basically were the only ones there. This location had amazing views. The next morning, we got up, made some coffee, and enjoyed the spectacular foggy view of the sunrise over the lake. The goal for the morning was to ride south out of Missouri and into the Ozark National Forest. The route went through Eureka Springs where we stopped for breakfast, and afterwards we proceeded down into the National Forest. Our stop for this night was the Mulberry Mountain Campground. A very large campground with RV parking as well as dispersed tent camping. The hosts were very nice and basically just told us, hey, find a suitable spot in the woods and pitch your tents. So we rode around for a little bit until we found a nice level area for camping. Got your tent set up?
Yeah.
How's the Africa Twin? Is it gonna be okay?
Ready to rock.
Is there room in a tent for the bike?
What's that?
You gonna leave the bike out of the tent at night?
Yeah. I thought it was a little too tall to get in there.
Oh, that's why I need a 4-person tent like me. Valak, did you bring an extra tent for the Goldwing?
Yeah, I will give him my sleeping bag.
After setting up our tents, Michael and I decided to explore some of the back roads near the campground. Okay. In front of you, there's going to be a driveway on the left. Oh, you missed it. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, go. I'm right behind you. I hear bikes, so. right. Oh, there's Valak. After climbing for about an hour, we ended up at a really nice little viewpoint. Though we heard other vehicles, we never actually came across anybody that moment. And afterwards, we headed back for dinner. The next morning, we decided to check out another campsite nearby called Wolfpen. As nice as our current spot was, the full night of noisy side-by-sides driving around with loud music just wasn't going to work. We were a bit nervous though, since this next campground was a self-serve area with no reservations. But luckily, there was a spot open that was perfect for the three of us. So I stayed at the campground while Valak and Michael went back to the old campground to pick up our tents and everything that we left there. If you're passing through the Ozark National Forest in Arkansas, I would highly recommend Wolfpen Campground. This place is just perfect for tent camping. Eventually, we all brought our camping gear over and started to set up our tents again. Since we hadn't eaten anything yet, we decided to check out the Oark General Store, which was really recommended by a lot of the motorcycle community. And I also got to switch bikes with Michael, who's got a 2017 Honda Africa Twin. There must have been several car meetups that day, and we apparently all decided to eat at the same time. After enjoying lunch, Michael and I split off to explore a nearby forest road.
Yep, I'm ready. for now until it gets a little less technical.
At one point, we ran into a group of 25 side-by-sides.
No one else.
So there's more.
Most of the drivers are fairly respectful, but we always had to be on the lookout for inattentive drivers, especially ones who steered with one hand and held their beer with the other.
Muddy here. It's a little better now today. Although I thought I was going to fall right next to them. Okay, this is a little crazy here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright, that's better. Are you good? Mud. More mud. Yeah. I'm gonna take it easy. Sit here, right? This is new. It's probably not muddy. It might be slippery, yeah, but anyway. All the rock. Good. You go, I'll go. Good? Okay. I'm committing. You do whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, I'm gonna go left. Nope. My foot was, I had to bounce my foot off the ground. Ooh, that was deeper than it looked, right? Yeah, I went on the right. I saw your back tire drop. What's in that hole? Yeah, we gotta slow down. Okay. Gotcha. I'm through. What are you doing? Well, I'll go to the car wash this drive through. There's a little leaf at the bottom. Like rain here. You know, like tomorrow.
After exploring the back roads, we stopped at a small town called St. Paul, fueled up, and headed back to camp to make some dinner. I was on potato duty once again. On the next and final day, we packed up our tents and started making our way home. I think that we can all agree that getting away from everything and doing a multi-day motorcycle trip is not easy. We are all very grateful for the opportunity and for our families that let us leave for multiple days to do what we love. See you all on the next trip.